What's up, ladies, gents, and everyone in between? Shoe Booty Sports coming at you Tuesday night, July 1st, 2025. We're officially in July. I'm your host, Graham Powell, on this screen. That's Bradley Brown on the other side. What's up, Brad?
What's happening there, Mr. Clean Face?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, Mr. Clean Face, Baby Face. Yeah, I'm hiding a bit of a sunburn on the top of my head. I got that Saturday running outdoors, but it's all right. It's healing up a little bit. But yeah, it is different, but it was starting to look kind of homelessy for those of you watching on Spotify and YouTube. My beard I had going on, so I don't trim it. I just cut the thing because it grows back. It's easier to just cut the thing off and then it grows back. So I like to shock people every so often when they see me, just because of the drastic change. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get started with the show. First, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor. Shoe Booty Sports is presented by Rhino Races. Rhino Races is a virtual race series that offers five different races: a 5K, 10K, half marathon, a marathon, and the one of kind Rhino Ultra. You can sign up for one or all five of their races at rhinoraces.com. Run your race at your convenience. Track it with your fitness app of choice. Screenshot your results as proof of completion. Submit that screenshot to rhinoraces.com. Under the submit results section, once your results are verified by Rhino Races staff, your award will be shipped to you by mail. Also, check out their gear section while you're there for t-shirts, wristbands, decals, and more. That's rhinoraces.com. Rhino Races is the premier virtual running series, and you can find us, Shoe Booty Sports, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Cast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on X at Shoe Booty Sports. What are you looking at there? I can see your eyes going back and forth.
I'm searching for SGA's new deal that he signed today.
Okay,
The
I didn't even
exact
hear about.
numbers.
I didn't hear about that. There's lots of interesting deals going on today, which we can
There's
discuss.
a lot, yeah.
What's SGA's? Because I didn't even hear about it.
He signed a contract extension. I don't know how many years, but like by the end of it, he's going to get paid like a year.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Say that again, because I want to say
By the end of his contract, that final year, I think it has him making like 88 mil for that final year.
that's crazy. What is
Yes.
it, like a 5-year deal?
Something like that. But I was watching PTI earlier, like right before the show, and they mentioned like back in 2003, the I think the highest salary per year a player could have was around 15 mil a season, and now that's the average,
Yeah,
is
if you're a
about 15 mil.
superstar, you're a superstar. You're starting at 50 mil. Starting if you're a superstar. And it's usually basketball contracts aren't as long as like a football contract. It's about like probably, I guess, NFL. It's baseball contracts are the long contracts. But yeah, basketball, NFL, typically in that 3 to 6 year range. Sometimes,
4 year, 285 mil.
yeah, that's a good payday if you're SGA. Your stock's never going to be higher. Scoring
No,
champion, yeah, NBA champion, league MVP, finals MVP. You showed up in game seven. Your stock's never going to be higher than it is right now. Good for him. Go get paid, man. Get your money, and kudos to the Thunder for paying it. And I'm there. That front office in Oklahoma City is top tier. I'm sure they structured it in a way that they're going to be able to keep what they have. By the way, Jalen Williams, Arkansas Jalen Williams, not the starter Jalen Williams, who was big in the finals as well. He also got paid. I think he got a 3 year, $24 million deal to stay with Oklahoma City.
good for him.
Yeah,
So
shout out Jalen Williams from Arkansas. Uh, Congratulations there, getting paid. Yeah, they're going to find a way to keep who they want to keep and who they need to keep in order to remain contenders. And then they're just going to go replace whoever they need to and draft accordingly. That might be the best front office in basketball right now. I would say it has to be. I mean, they're just too to lose the trio that you drafted that you thought would win you a championship, and Katie, Westbrook, and Harden, and then to replace them and win a championship a little over a decade later, pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. Now, you got draft capital and all that, but you use those picks wisely. I mean, what happened when LeBron left Cleveland? They got Kyrie right, but they whiffed on a couple of other draft picks, number one picks. Can't even remember who the was it Anthony Edwards, was that his name? I can't even remember who the number one pick was prior to Kyrie Irving, but they had back to back drafts where they had the number one pick, completely whiffed on one. You couldn't go wrong with Kyrie. And that was just a can't miss pick. And that worked out. But it really took LeBron leaving for 4 years, coming back, and then finding a way to trade for Kevin Love in order to get that championship that they got a couple of years later. And even then, they were underdogs going into that one.
Yeah.
So Cleveland, they have a good team right now, though. So it's hard to say that they haven't done a good job putting a team together, but historically they haven't. The Cleveland Cavaliers and Browns, especially. But yeah, Oklahoma City has knocked it out of the parks. Sam Presti, as good of a GM as you're going to get in any sport. What other contracts are going on? Well, before we get to that, it's officially Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you wondering who Bobby Bonilla is, he was an all-star caliber player when Bradley and I were kids growing up. And he was. I've got Bobby Bonilla baseball cards
Yeah.
from when he was with the Mets and I think the Pirates. He played for a few teams, but those are the cards that I have, and they're in the sleeves with my other valuable cards because he was an all-star player. He was a good player, and so much so the Mets have given him 1.19 or something $1 million a year over the last for basically they were giving him that for 25 years.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be a he signed for $5.9 million, and something went on involving a partnership with Bernie Madoff or Madoff's company or something that fell through, and with that grew an 8% interest. And instead of paying him the $5.9 million up front when he signed with the Mets, it turned into them giving him a little over $1 million a year over the next 25 years. And that's so, yeah, every July 1st, Bobby Bonilla gets paid $1.19 million or something like that. Crazy, crazy contract.
Pretty sweet deal.
Amazing deal if you're Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
I mean, my man got paid and continues to get paid long after retirement.
Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff. I think Ken Griffey Jr. has a contract that's similar to that. Of course, that's Ken Griffey Jr., but still, I think he has a contract that's similar to that. Don't quote me on that, but I think he does. Shohei Ohtani's deal. Have you looked into Shohei Ohtani's deal a little bit?
Yeah, they're paying him through what, 2035 or something like that?
No, I don't think they start paying him
Yeah.
really until 2034. I think 2034 is when they start paying him $68 million a year. That's when it starts. And they've structured
Yeah.
it that way so that they can continue to bring in players. Like that's the way they've structured it. And they've got the money. It might be the richest franchise in baseball now. I mean, they're the new Yankees. So, I mean, it's that ownership group. It's that same ownership group that's just purchased the Lakers. So, interesting things could be coming for LA. Of course, there's a salary cap there in
Yeah.
the NBA, and you don't have that in baseball to worry about. So the Dodgers are going to continue to be able to field competitive teams. But that, yeah, Otani's deal doesn't, I don't think he starts getting that much money annually until 2034, which is wild. He's
Yeah.
he doesn't have to. I mean, he didn't have to do anything anyway after baseball. Now he really doesn't. I mean, it's going to be wild just sitting at the house and like, oh, today's the day, and the $68 million hits your bank account.
Yeah, because I'm sure he's making plenty of money on endorsement deals and everything else, sponsorships, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, he's doing okay.
yeah.
And he's got what, a New Balance deal.
Yeah, and if he gets him
Um,
another, another translator, who gambles on his games, I mean, maybe he can make some more money. But that's neither here nor there.
he's probably got
Yep.
Japanese endorsements out the ears too. So,
Yeah,
but this is the biggest star in baseball right now. So there's that.
he's looking pretty good on the mound. I think he pitched two innings the other night and hit triple digits like 6 or 7 times. So his elbow's looking pretty good.
Well, good. I mean, they did give him a new elbow after that Tommy John surgery, so I hope it holds up. I mean, this isn't something I expect to last over the course of his contract, of course, but I want to see it for as long as possible. Um, like we saw when he was with the Angels. I just don't think you can do that long term, but I want to see it for as long as I can. It's because it's of course it's fun to watch. Uh, we're approaching the MLB All Star break, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's the week after the fourth, usually, right?
Oh, I don't. I know it's in July. I know it's
Yeah.
after the 4th of July. Of
I think it's the
course,
second week of July.
yeah, of course, 4th of July, we do have a major sporting event that day. You know what that is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. Your boy Joey Chestnut will be back in that one, so he's got to be the overwhelming favorite to win that. And I'll actually tune in to watch. I found out I don't work July 4th. I found that out yesterday. I actually thought that over the weekend. I was like, I wonder if I work July 4th.
So
When
which are you more likely to watch, the hot dog eating contest or the home run derby?
the hot dog eating contest, not because that's
Yeah.
my preference, but
Yeah, I always
because
forget about the home run. Like I don't forget about it, but usually by the time I think about it, it's in the final round whenever I tune
exactly
in.
that's what it is for me. I'm doing something else, or I mean, I've got a crazy schedule, so I'm usually doing something else, whether it's work related or hobby related or workout related or just doing anything else I've got time for. By the time I sit down and turn the TV on at night, it's like you said, it's usually in the later rounds of the home run derby, or I just forget about it because it's what, the first night of All Star weekend
Yes.
or week. It's yeah, it's the first night, and by the time I realize it's the All Star break, oh, the home run derby was tonight. Oh, let me go turn it on. So it's really just me just forgetting about it, not necessarily that I want to watch the hot dog eating contest over the other. Although the hot dog eating contest is pretty entertaining for that shorter amount of time. The home run derby's kind of long, so I need really a night to not have much to do, or it's got to be on in the background. Hot dog eating contest, it works out for me because I'm probably off work that day. I'm still going to be at home because I slept in. So I wake up, I get some coffee, something to eat, and turn the TV on. It's starting to happen, and the intros are entertaining, and then it's a 10-minute contest, and then it's over, and then I can go do whatever I wanted to do that day. So it better fits my schedule and just period of time because I can't sit down and watch, like, I don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore. If I do, it's I'm more likely to watch, like, an episode of The Bear, because which is out now. season 4, and I liked the first episode, so I'll keep watching it after season 3, which was trash. Loved the first 2 seasons, hated the third season. Off to a good start in season 4, so I'll stick around for the next episode at least. But I'm more likely to turn that on because I can devote 30 to 45 minutes to a TV episode. That's why Righteous Gemstones, like I was able to fly through it because I can devote that much time, that amount of time to a TV show or something. Sporting event in this case with the hot dog eating contest. It's hard for me to sit down and devote. I don't watch movies anymore really because it's rare that a movie now is less than 2 hours long. I don't have
Yeah.
that kind of time. And if I did, I don't want to do it in front of a TV like watching a movie. I wanted to do something else. Like I can't keep my attention for 2 hours on one thing. I just can't do it anymore. And I think that's with everybody. I think that's the way society is moving with all the options we have and smartphones and everything like that. So the home run derby contest I got to devote 2 hours to that. I don't have to do that with the hot dog eating contest. I can devote, half an hour, plenty of time. I really dove deep into that, didn't
Yeah.
I? I really broke it down. Well, I didn't need a chalkboard, but if I had like a whiteboard behind me, I could have really broken it down. But we don't have that kind of
Mhm.
time in this show, even. But yeah, there's that. My St. Louis Cardinals are 3 games back in the Central. I'd cleaned out my closet the other day, found my like original red St. Louis Cardinals hat. Like I've got
Yeah.
the black one. I've got one that's not your traditional hat, but I got that traditional red STL St. Louis Cardinals hat. I was like, yeah, this is good. I need to start wearing this more. But yeah, Cardinals are I think 8 games over 500. 3 games back in the Central. Top 3 teams: Cubs, Brewers, Cardinals, all on a 1-game losing streak. I was looking at that um, leading up to this episode here, but they've won 6 of their last 10 games, so good on them for that. Um, Having said that, I haven't watched a lot of Major League Baseball recently, just because I just got off of college baseball
Yeah.
and really just and then the NBA finals and Stanley Cup finals. Really haven't watched much sports. Tonight is going to be the first sporting event that I watch in what feels like a week, might be a week, and that's the Indiana Fever game on Amazon Prime.
Why are you watching? Caitlin Clark's out.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, then never mind. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Speaking of, there's a lot of talk. Of course, there's always a lot of talk about Caitlin Clark, whether she's playing or not. But yeah, she is leading the All Star voting for the WNBA, and uh, the players voted her ninth, like the ninth best guard. What are
Of
your
course they
thoughts on?
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
what are
course
your
they did.
thoughts on?
Man, they're all wearing green, man. They're envious. So
Man, it's jealousy. It's clear jealousy. Like we're jealous
yeah.
of this person that's clearly the most successful, at least as far as marketability and bringing in viewers and things like that. And I will defend the players to this extent. Caitlin Clark hasn't been that good this year.
Not this season.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal player, generational talent. The by far the most entertaining women's basketball player I've ever seen, by far. But she hasn't been very good this year. The one game I tuned in to watch them was a week or so ago against the Golden State Valkyries. The Fever were leading, and Caitlin Clark didn't hit a three the entire game. I think she was 0 for 7 or 0 for 8. Had a lot of really bad turnovers, just erratic with the ball, passing. Had a terrible game, and she's been injured. She's missed half the games they played this year.
I mean,
So
how long is the season going on for? Is it? It's only like a month in, right?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games they played, 12 or something, 15, maybe 20. I don't know. I've watched one game, and that was the game. That was the game that I saw, and she was awful in it. Now the game prior to that, I think, or a couple of games prior to that, was her return against the defending champion Liberty, and she lit them up and had that just highlight of uh, three consecutive logo threes within a 30-second time frame or something like that, and just lit the Liberty up. And I mean, she can certainly be that player, but she hasn't been that. And it's hard to be that player consistently, that type of player consistently. But she's been, for her skill level, she's been um, certainly not played up to par to that level.
No.
So I think the players might be more right than people will say. Um, Ninth is pretty harsh, and I don't think they're considering everything that we're talking about when they're voting her the ninth best guard. I think it's mostly jealousy rather than, she's really not been that good this year, and she's been
Yeah.
injury prone. So we're going to put these other players above her. I don't think it's I don't think it's that at all. I think it's mostly jealousy of the
Yeah.
popularity.
Yeah. Nobody looked at her stats and voted her ninth. So
Yeah, I don't know, and I haven't watched, but I know that I know the players that I do like. But I haven't even really looked at the roster, so I don't know. But anyway, well, I'm not surprised Caitlin Clark is out tonight, but I was looking forward to sitting down and watching that game because it's the first bit of sports I've really gotten to watch in a week or so. So that's unfortunate, but she's for sure out tonight.
yeah, that's what I heard on PTI earlier. So
Well, those guys know their stuff, so so yeah, we'll go with
they
that.
tend to, yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else is going on in the sports world, Brad? Because we're coming off a very busy time period of sports, and now we've got that lull kind of going on in the sports world. So I'm not as privy as I usually am to what's going on.
Yeah. Some other big news out of the NBA is LeBron to his opted into his option contract, whatever you want to call it. So it's a 1 year extension, 52.6 million. So this looks like it could be his last year, but who knows with him. But yeah, he's not going to be their star player anymore. He's going to be, I guess, one of their just key role players. So it's all going to be about Luca, not LeBron next season.
You knew that though when they
Oh yeah,
traded for Luka. You knew that would be the case.
for
They
sure.
like this is the future,
But
and this is what we're backing. Luka,
year 23, dude.
that's wild. It's wild to me. Uh, Yeah, I did see that. I don't know that it happened. And when we had the show last week, I don't know that it happened yet. But the Lakers sold. Um, the Buss family sold the majority of their ownership in the franchise to as I touched up, the same company that runs the Dodgers and et cetera. And for 10 billion, sold that much stake in the Lakers for majority ownership for 10 billion dollars, the most anyone's ever paid for a sports franchise. And that number will continue to rise as the years go
Yeah.
by. But 10 billion, a pretty good payday for the Buss family. A Genie Bus is still going to serve as uh, some type of high end role, executive. I don't remember what the exact title is, president of something, but she'll stay on for that because why replace her? Right. But yeah, it's I don't know what that says for LeBron and this maybe being his final year or anything like that, or next year being his final year or anything like that. I don't know. But yeah, he'll be 41 years old in December. That's old for basketball. That's really old. But if anybody can do it, it's LeBron.
That's great grandpa territory in NBA. Yeah. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's
We just wait and see. I think he's got 2 more years left in him, but I don't know.
I do too. If anything, I think he'll stick around for his son to get another. I don't know if he'll stick around for that, but I think that would contribute to him maybe wanting to uh, further his career another year or so. Did I
Yeah,
say
I can
that
see that.
right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I went
Uh,
with.
Other big news out of the NBA is the Bucks are waiving Damian Lillard, who's pretty much going to sit out the entire season next season because of an Achilles injury. Which, man, there's a lot of Achilles injuries in the NBA. Quite a few.
Yeah,
So big names being set out for an entire year. So
yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, there's a lot of cutting involved in basketball, and lots of running up and down, and the cutting is the main thing. The stopping on a dime and then speeding back up real quick. You're going to have that, especially with aging players and players that have a lot of miles on them. It's just what it is, and unfortunately, stuff like that's going to
there's
happen.
there's some players that don't have a lot of miles on them.
Yeah, but you're more prone to that than just the older you get. Um,
Yeah, NBA is definitely not going to, reduce their number of games per season or anything. Um, that won't happen.
well, um, I know Damian Lillard's still going to get paid. I don't remember what the exact number is, but they're still going to owe him
Oh yeah,
whatever
113 mil.
and they waive the guy for that.
Yeah.
I get it, but man, that's a lot of money you're going to be paying. Damian Lillard's made a lot of money in his career, which is like part of the reason he stayed in Portland for as long as he did, apart from just liking and or loving the franchise, playing for them. Um, yeah, he's still going to get paid. I mean, he'd have been fine either way. He's made so much money, but yeah, still, if you're the Bucks, still gonna have to pay Damian Lillard, and I don't know, man. It's interesting times in the sports world, but yeah, NBA especially. Um, I feel really good though about where the Thunder are at. This could be
Yeah.
what we thought was going to be a franchise in the days of KD, Harden, and Westbrook. We might be getting in this Oklahoma City Thunder group. I thought we would get that with Denver with the year they won the NBA championship. I was like, this team's going to be the team to beat for the next 3 years. And they've already fallen
Uh,
apart.
yeah. They're making some moves. They made a couple of trades today, bringing in some backup for the Joker, but we'll see.
Yeah. But you trade Michael Porter Jr. For Cam Johnson to create some salary cap room, and you're getting similar numbers, but still a different player. Really, when KCP, Contavious Caldwell Pope, uh, left, it really that started. That was the chink in the armor that just has kind of gotten worse since then. And Denver kind of had Oklahoma City on the ropes. It looked like for a bit, but I don't know. Like that's the thing. The Thunder won the NBA championship in 7 games. It's not like they. I'm talking like they kind of blew away the competition. At times they did in the regular season, but um, I don't know. It wasn't an easy path for them by any means. Of course, Chet Holmgren did miss 50 games, but what people are excited about is the young core. Like it's a very very young core, and it's a well-run organization that's going to draft well and be smart with how they manage the team, um, who they bring in, It's always one a talented player and a high character player. I mean, they were Sam Presti and company really do their homework. So there's plenty of reason to feel positive about the future of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Makes complete sense.
Yeah. So have you paid attention to any of the trades going on in the NFL world here in the last week?
Yes, but I've already forgotten them. So
I
remind
already
us.
forgot them. So the big one between the Steelers and the Dolphins, Jalen Ramsey and Johnny Smith go to Pittsburgh. Uh, I couldn't even tell you. I think the Dolphins got like a fifth round pick in the 2027 draft or something like that. Something weird, but yeah, Ramsey and Smith are going to be a Steeler, and apparently Steelers are playing around with trading Watt. So I don't know what's up with that.
It comes down to money, I would imagine. Um, Not maybe being able to make a deal or come into terms on one. And you're probably going to be able to get a lot in return for him. Now, that's a game changer on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know that I'd be looking to do that, but if you're far from a deal and you can get a lot of one, they're not interested in draft capital. They're interested in players because they know like this is our chance. Like this is our window. It's very short. This is how we've got to seize the moment here. The window is very small and it's going to shut very soon. So we've got to jump on this. So they're interested in players. They're going to want maybe they might take some picks, but they want players. That's what they want and need right now in Pittsburgh. I mean, what is Jalen Ramsey? 31 years old, which is ancient for
Uh, yeah, he's 30 or 31. He's got to be. But
yeah, that's grandpa for a corner in the NFL.
yeah. And then the Dolphins replaced Johnny Smith today. They're bringing in Darren Waller from the Giants. So
Yeah, I'd say good for Darren Waller, but I like a lot of what the Giants have done in the offseason. I love what they did in the draft. I was like, hey, this is like closer to the Tom Coughlin Giants rather than what we've seen the last several years, which has been an absolute train wreck. It's been the Jets, not the Giants. It's been
hey,
Jets level, not
how
Giants
you
level.
gonna badmouth Danny Dimes like that?
You that's the thing. He wasn't the player they wanted him to be and needed him to be, but it wasn't
He
all on
couldn't
him
be.
either.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just couldn't be.
he was running for
Right.
his life every play. I would say it wasn't all on him either. Um, I love the draft pick, Jackson Dart. Love that pick. He was the best quarterback in the SEC a year ago, and I mean, what a legacy career he left at Ole Miss, you know. And you're going to get that guy. And I've seen some of the stuff, some of his highlights throwing in a training camp, just absolute darts, you know. Pun not intended, was it?
Intended.
Um, I like the flip that he does with the ball. I don't know if that's just something he does in warm ups. I think Eli Manning might have done it too, but it was if you'll watch him, he'll get the snap and then he'll do like a flip of the ball before he throws it. It's kind of cool to watch. Gives him a little flair that he's definitely not lacking. But
No.
I actually like what the Giants have done in the offseason. So, but good for Darren Waller, I guess. Although the a lot of people were high on the Dolphins for a while, and so ever since they started losing, it's Mike McDaniel went from the quirky genius coach to he might need to go back to the film room or coordinator position or whatever it's been.
Yeah, well, when you for the second season straight of seeing your star quarterback on his back giving sign language, not good. Not good to instill confidence in that fan base. Freaking with like man, he's taken some bad big hits over the last two seasons. I'm surprised he's still playing, but it's his decision. He's getting paid a lot of money. Go for it.
If that's what he wants to do, I guess. But yeah, some guys, I don't know. That's been covered a lot on every network every time. But yeah, you cringe every time Tua gets hit. Um, but also the Dolphins just haven't been that good either. I mean, yeah, you paid Tyreek Hill a lot of money. You got Jalen Waddle. You got a really good receiving core. But and Tua's been pretty good when he's been out there, but injury prone quarterback, injury issues. So he's not a very big guy, and that's just it's like, can you hold up at the NFL level with that size and being injury prone like that? Not looking good, but also, I mean, you're the coach. You got to find a way around that. I mean, the Patriots won. They won 11-5 with Matt Castle when Brady went down in Game One, the year after they lost the Super Bowl to the Giants. Now that's not the norm, but I mean, some of it does fall on the head coach there. Yeah. All right, what else is going on, Brad? We've kind of BSing our way through the rest of this episode at this point. Any golf news to update us on?
Uh, no, not that I'm privy to. Other than the fact that I'm interested in buying some new irons. That's about the only golf news I have. Uh, but, yeah.
Okay, well, all right. Well, couple of things we'll touch up on before we get out of here. Then Coco Gauff was knocked out early in the round one at Wimbledon, uh, which to an unranked opponent, so pretty big surprise there. And she was, I think the quote was mentally overwhelmed. But I mean, that comes with the territory. She's a young player. She'll bounce back from that, hopefully. And I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But just news to touch up on there. Jake Paul did have a fight over the weekend. I didn't watch it, but
I didn't even hear
he,
about it. So that's the world is healing. So
um, but yeah, he beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. of the former middleweight champion, that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. But
beat
Chavez,
him.
no, beat him. He beat him, and um, yeah, I mean Chavez had a heck of a career. He was the type of fighter that was protected early in his career, just to kind of because he was like 50-0 or
Yeah.
close to it, or like 50-0-1, but he wasn't fighting any big name fighters. And then he jumped to when he won the middleweight title, and they were talking about unifying. He suddenly jumped to the top tier fighters in that division, but then lost the majority of those fights. Um, wasn't known for his work ethic. Was known as a lazy guy as far as training goes and things like that. And so you knew when he was already removed from the sport, it was probably, I mean, Jake Paul had to be the favorite because say what you want about Jake Paul, but the dude is eat, sleeping, and breathing boxing right now and promoting. I mean, he's doing stuff right. I knew all about the fight, and I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I'm not a hater either. But he's officially ranked now. He's officially eligible for a world title shot. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Give
If
it to
the
him.
if the world
Shut him up.
champion
Give it to him. Yeah.
if the world champion wants to get paid, fight Jake Paul. I mean, it's going to be a payday either way. Um, but all right, we're officially out of time, so we'll see y'all next week, and hopefully we'll have some more interesting stuff to talk about. But until then, I'm Grandpal.
Brother Brown.
Deuces, y'all.
Peace.